Right, okay, let's get this show on the road. Just going to check that YouTube have got themselves in order. Let's check audio levels. The one thing in OBS which is actually coherent. Mate, could you do a little voice test, please?
Hello, this is Mate.
Yeah, that should do. People should be able to hear you. Right,
oh,
mate.
That's good, mate. I am actually quite far away from you.
So, essentially, mate, the stream title as I'm streaming it, which it probably won't be afterwards for metadata reasons, is... Mate...
I mean, to be fair, I can relate, mate. I can relate.
Mate explains the Poisson process. And my description... My description is... Oh, right. Do you want me to change the title? Poisson...
Yes.
Distribution. And my description is, it's like fish and that. So,
yeah.
I mean, technically the music levels are just about right for the stream, but because of how my microphone and my setup is, and it's unprofessional because I can't have sounds leading directly into the microphone because it just doesn't accept it for some reason, I'm going to turn the music down, so probably no one will be able to hear it, but then I'll actually be able to hear what you're saying, mate. So, take it away. What is there to know?
Well, I've no idea what the Poisson distribution is, mate.
You've got no idea what Poisson distribution is?
Other than the fact that it's a distribution. But, mate, what I was going to say
Right.
is that it's part of, like, so, because for further maths,
Yeah.
you have to do, like, some pure stuff. There's, like, there's a bit of pure.
Right.
And then you have to choose the two out of some more mechanics, some more stats, some more pure, and some the thing called discrete. And in the further steps, that's the Poisson distribution.
Oh, I
But hopefully
see.
we're not going to be, yeah.
I
Hopefully
mean,
we're not going to be doing that.
I have a thing a bit like that, mate, with philosophy. So in our actual A-level exam, how it's going to work is that for each component, we're going to have 4 questions on the paper, and they're each 40-mark questions. And we have to do 3 out of them. So for every component, we're allowed to ignore 1 topic, basically, of the ones that we learn. So
Oh, no, that's nice.
when we've done all the topics in the component, I guess we nominate the one that we're weakest at individually and then just don't revise that one because we don't need to. Because law of probability, I'm going to articulate this as best I can coming from a failure of a maths student.
By that,
I don't mean my maths grade though, mate. I mean my maths understanding. I would bomb at A-level maths. I don't have any understanding of maths. I just bricked the revision guide until it went in. You know what I mean? And for A-levels, you need understanding. So, basically, if there are 4 questions and you only have to do 3 of them, the topic that you don't want to do is either not going to be one of those 4 topics, because I checked each question does have to be on a different topic. So it's either not going to be in the 4 questions, or it is. But if it is, it can be the one that you don't do. So basically, probability-wise, I can ignore 1 topic, which is good. Because at the moment, at least in one component, there's a clear set topic that I don't want to do. The others, I'm just sort of a little bit iffy-wiffy. But, you know, I guess we'll see. We haven't done all the topics yet because it's year 1 and we don't do ASs our year. Me and you, mate. All linear now. So, anyway, mate. So, tell me a bit more about your thing.
Yeah, so, well, because, like, A-level maths is, there's pure, there's mechanics, and then there's stats, and then further maths.
I was going to ask you, mate, what is pure maths? Is it just, like, real numbers?
And yeah, anything that's, like, not applied maths, basically. So...
But when you say applied maths, mate, does that mean, like, maths in the real world, or not?
Yes, real world maths.
Oh yeah, A-level maths in the real world. I believe you, mate. What sort of thing do you learn in applied maths then?
Yeah, well, there's mechanics and statistics that were done for the A-level maths.
What, statistics like estimating memes?
I guess. So.
I guess, he says
I
really
guess.
nervously. See, I remember estimating memes. They were really, really difficult to do.
Memes? No, we don't have to estimate it, mate.
No, but mate, do you remember estimating memes though?
What do you mean, mate?
There was like, you'd have these multi-part tables, and some of them would have like, you know, this was the amount of products that were sold in a height range of 150 to 155, 155 to 160.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Okay.
Estimating memes. That was a nasty one.
That kind of made sense if you knew the how process.
Yeah. So anyway, mate, sorry for interrupting. Carry on what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because each actually, I'm not entirely sure how the A-level works now, but we won't be setting an exam for the topics that we're not going to do, like the. So if we don't do further stats, we're not going to set an exam for the further stats. Unlike what you said.
Sorry, mate. I was just reading some people talking in the Discord that doesn't exist because Big Jace the Ace is in there now. Could you say what you were saying again, please?
I was saying, well, unlike your thing,
Yeah.
all the question, like, it's all in the same paper.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
maybe
yeah, mate. Yeah, so like it'll be a piece of paper with like 4 questions on it. So one might be, one might be one that we did in RS GCSE or sort of similar, like the existence of God can't be reconciled with the existence of evil, problem of evil, that sort of thing. And then there'd be
instead,
and then other questions and just like take up a
like
line.
the further stats would just be like one, so each, or I think that each further maths module is one paper.
So it's a bit like Latin GCSE, mate. Like how the school chose to go for 2 literature and 2 language rather than like 2 language, literature, and sources.
Oh. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out because I hated literature so much, but you know, nobody knew anything about sources. So. Oh well, I did all right out of it eventually.
I don't know what that one means. Anyway, mate.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to tell you is that I got my rank on Overwatch today.
Oh, your rank? What's your rank, mate?
Yeah. Okay, so I ended. My placements actually went really well, mate. I got 6 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws.
Oh, that's quite good, mate.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I was quite happy with that. And my rank was 2,860, which is
Oh wow,
the best
mate.
I've ever had.
That's like close to diamond.
I know, right, mate. That's what I thought. And then I got a win and gained 24 SR, and then I got a loss and lost 23 SR. So.
Oh, so you've got 1 SR better than your placement then.
Yeah.
See, I've still got my maths ability. Look at that. Just need to address these people. Think of the universalizability principle. It's something that Immanuel Kant talked about, mate. Basically, if you have a principle to do something, imagine everybody doing the same thing, and can you rationally will that, and also would it work? If it's alright for both of those, it's an alright principle to have.
What if my principle is never say anything unless someone says something to me?
Then you imagine everybody not saying anything until someone says something to them. So that would be a contradiction in conception, because then nobody would speak to each other because they'd be waiting for someone else to speak, and so no one would ever speak. So it just doesn't work. It's a contradiction, so you can't have that as a principle.
It sounds better to me.
Well, mate, Kant wouldn't like you, but I guess you're a mathematician, so there you go. But anyway, now I'm just explaining that I said if I say hello to one person who says hello, I have to say it to everyone, and I'd never get any other streamy stuff done. Right, okay. Is Overwatch still a thing? Well, it is for MuddyPuddle, not for me. I'm waiting for Bridget to be removed, and when she is, I'll start playing again, to be fair.
Yeah, because the two Bridget nerfs weren't enough for, I guess, actually.
Well, they didn't even nerf what needed nerfing, so no.
I mean, are you complaining about the shield bash or the flail, mate?
No, mate. Flail needs to be removed entirely. Or the stun needs to be removed at very least. It's actual scum. But anyway, that's how I see it. I was just trying to have fun playing a bit of Overwatch, mate. But no, Bridget really annoyed me and made me wish I'd never turned my computer on. And as you well know, it takes me about 10 minutes to load up my computer. So when I decide to play Overwatch, I'm really investing my time into it. So wasn't too happy about that one, Blizzard. But what I need to do, I was having a little conversation with Mr. Ace the Jace, and basically fobbed me off and said, do what the viewers want rather than get materials. But I am going to get materials because I can get my energy back in the Poco Pan collab, but I need to get 4 gold to upgrade my base. So we are going to go to Battle Royale, not Fortnite.
Mate.
Yeah.
You know where she like throws out her thing and hits you with it?
Flail?
Yeah, it's that I got the name wrong actually. It's actually called the whip shots.
Wow. Well, I call it Roadhog, mate, to be fair.
Okay, yeah, the one that feels a bit like Roadhog.
Yeah.
It does not stun.
Well, is it the shield bash that stuns?
Yes, the shield bash that stuns. Do you mean that?
Oh, well, yeah then. I guess it's the shield bash. Well, if that's been nerfed, fair enough. Oh, no! Oh, how? What were the... My maglev has completely clipped through the Chick-fil-A. I mean, that's impressive, but I also don't want it to do that. Okay, well, I'm sure we're going to be fine out of it, but that was just a bit of a meme, really. Anyway, that's my Bahamut dead. It's going to be a nice, difficult run. Love a difficult run. It's my favourite. I like us having conversations about this then, mate. So, what is your favourite section of maths then, mate? Pure mechanics, statistics, or what do you like?
I think I prefer pure.
Was pure the closest to GCSE, mate?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah.
We had to do a bit of maths, mate, and in politics. Shall I tell you about that?
Oh, in one of your... Sorry. In what, mate?
In politics, mate.
Ah.
Shall I tell you about
that? Okay, mate.
So, mate, do you know the voting system that we have at the moment?
Yeah, mate. First past the post.
Very good. You see, you could...
Remember, mate, I told you that's the most interesting... Sorry, the only interesting part of politics.
Oof. I don't know, ideology is quite interesting, mate. I've been chatting with people on Twitter about ideologies just to literally serve as revision. It's a wacky method. I mean, David actually complimented my method of revision. I mean, if David compliments something, I'm doing it well. So, excuse me, I just need to address some chattage.
Some chat.
Right, okay. So, Yes, mate, you're correct. You could take my level, but I definitely couldn't take yours. So,
No, I definitely couldn't take yours, mate. I
mate,
would like.
mate, at least
Not like.
you know what first past the post is. I would not have a clue with any A-level maths, let's be fair. So, basically, there are alternatives to first past the post, as you probably know, that people would prefer. So first past the post is majoritarian. Well, clues in the title. It produces a majority government, but that is at the expense of it being nothing like the popular vote. Do you know what the popular vote is, mate?
Popular vote. Well, not really. I guess.
It's just literally how many votes were cast for each party in actuality, like overall.
Okay.
But first past the post is constituency by constituency, so most of votes are completely ignored in first past the post. Anyway, one of the supposed solutions to it, one of the proportional representation options, is called STV, which is single transferable vote. And what it is you vote. There are basically massive constituencies, so like much bigger than the ones we have in the UK.
And each one has multiple things.
Yeah, each one has multiple candidates, and each party can put up multiple candidates. And then you literally order the candidates in the order that you'd want them to be voted in, from number 1 to however many there are. And then what happens is it goes through an equation, mate, and this is the mathsy bit, and it's called the droop quota. So if I remember correctly, it works out how many votes are needed for a candidate to get into office. So it's something like 1 plus the amount of votes cast over the amount of seats available, or something like that. So that means that basically then you get a number as to how many votes a candidate needs to get in. STV is really complicated. That's people's main argument against it as to why we don't use it. But it produces very proportional results that sort of work quite well. And you still have what's known as the MP constituency link, which is the main argument against literally just voting parties in and doing an exact replica of the popular vote, because you don't have an MP.
Yeah. That is a good point.
So that creates a number. Say the number's like 35,000 votes are needed for a candidate to get into a seat. So say the person who's been voted for most, mate, will reach 35,000 votes quite quickly. Now, every vote, every, number 1 that person that someone's voted for that goes above that number that they've already achieved to get into office now isn't wasted. What they do is they go down 1 preference and count that vote for the second person that they voted for. And so that person gets a vote. And then they do second preferences until the second person gets in. And then after the second person has enough votes to achieve the number dictated by the droop quota, it goes to third preferences and so on, until eventually you'll reach a candidate that, when all of the votes have been counted and all of the preferences counted that were excess, they can no longer, they simply don't have enough votes to get in, because all the seats have been filled, so they necessarily can't reach that number. And so then
they kill the last place guy.
It might be the last place person, or some people a few places up from last place. It depends how over competed for the seat is, I guess, mate. But yeah, that's the idea of it. Then it works out through preferences who should get in, and then it stops when they don't reach the number of the droop quota. I'm actually quite impressed that I remembered that, as we learned that quite a long time ago now. But yeah, that's my...
You were telling me about it a long time ago.
Yeah, that's my little bit of maths in politics there, mate. I hope you like that, and I hope I got my maths right. So, yeah. And I think I've articulated quite well people's argument against STVs, that it's horrendously complicated.
Yeah, I feel like if you just like rank like the top 10 rather than like all of them, just ranking like...
There wouldn't be 10 people competing for a seat, I don't think, mate. I think the STV examples they gave were about 6 people or something.
Okay.
For like 4 seats. What, sorry, mate?
I don't know, never mind. I think the main problem is the fact that we don't have a local MP, then again, it doesn't really matter. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing with STV as well. You don't have so much a local MP as a group of wider MPs, and then there's a debate about having to go quite a way to see one of them, or what if the MPs disagree with each other? What's going to happen to the big constituency? Things like that.
Yeah, the sad thing is, mate, and I'm sure you know this as well, like, we probably will never have any sort of proportional representation system because the government would never change it, because it'll always be Conservatives and Labour or whatever other,
That is...
in America, their top parts.
That's incredibly well articulated, mate. That's like straight off the spec levels of accurate. So you be a fine politics student.
No, this just interested me like a few months ago.
Yeah, it is interesting. The Liberal Democrats tried to introduce something called AV, alternate vote. They wanted to bring in STV, but in the coalition, the Conservatives said, no, you can try and bring in AV, we'll do a referendum. And AV was this alternative vote that's actually pretty horrendous and is actually somehow possibly more misrepresentative than first past the post. And then the Conservatives campaigned against AV relentlessly, even though the Liberal Democrats were in their government, and made them lose.
Yeah.
That was in 2011, which was the year that Sarah Jane Adventures ended. Fun fact. Anyway.
It ended?
Yeah, mate, because Elizabeth Sladen died. It's very sad.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I like this comment. What the heckers? While Reddit speaks about politics, the comments are like Fortnite Despacito. It's true. Nah. It serves as revision. It's fine. To be fair, right? I've had an idea, mate. It's the most edgy idea I've had in a while, but it's pretty hecka edgy. I'm gonna get my booklet, alright? And I'm gonna look at the page on STV and see if I actually got that right. Because that's what they say, mate, don't they? They say...
Mate, you got roasted.
They say cover and remember. Have I got roasted? Who?
Yeah, you did get roasted, mate. Someone says, I'm leaving, this is boring.
Well, you just don't appreciate good content then. Go and find some bad content. To be fair.
So, mate, I'm interested. How is, what's bad about AV?
So AV was similar to something called SV, which is supplementary vote, which is a little bit like STV, but supplementary vote only does second preferences. But AV, well, we don't actually have to know AV in detail, so I don't really remember about it, but it's sort of this dodgy version of having two preferences that works similarly to first past the post, and it's still majoritarian. The Liberal Democrats wanted proportional, but the Conservatives wouldn't let them have that because obviously they'd probably never get into government again. And it was quite a bad idea. It wasn't even the voting system they wanted to campaign for, and it was voted against relentlessly. And in the AV referendum, it was something like 74% no vote, I think. I'll have a look at... see if I have it, mate. See, a good system is AMS. Additional member system. That's quite good. Basically what that does is it has first past the post and then it bolts on a bit called closed party list, which is literally just voting for the parties, and then that makes it more proportional but keeps it much the same way it is, which, you know, change should be gradual in organic society, say conservatives. Yeah. Right. Diddly diddly dee. There's a lot to remember for me. Single transferable vote. Ah, I was close, mate. Total valid votes cast over the number of seats available in the constituency +1, and then all of that +1. That gives you the Droop quota. So 250,000 people voted in a multi-member constituency due to elect 4 representatives, and each candidate would need 50,001 vote in order to get elected.
Right.
Any candidates who have enough first preference votes are declared elected. If they had more first preference votes than they needed, then the surplus votes are redistributed through all the preferences are used to decide who to redistribute it to. If there are still available seats, the lowest scoring candidate is eliminated. Oh, yeah, it's not quite as I described it, mate. So you're right, they get rid of the bottom person if they don't have enough votes left, and then they redistribute their vote preferences to the others.
And they keep doing it.
And they keep doing it until all the seats have been filled.
Yeah.
Luckily, the type of questions we get would be more like assess the it will evaluate single transferable vote. So we wouldn't need to know the system exactly inside out, more just like advantages and disadvantages. So it's a bit more geography-y than maths, and for the first time in my life I'm actually glad that it's more geography-y. So I don't really understand the maths, but yeah. That's my bit of maths there, bit of token maths. Wait, hang on, will the AV referendum be on here? There's a little page of referenda. Yeah, 2011 UK change to AV for House of Commons elections. 68% no was the vote. 68% no. Yeah. Rightio. That's a bito politics, and that's how I roll, kids. Revising literally within stream. That's how funky I am. Right. Okay. I still need gold, because that level's actually pretty bad for me gold, but we're going to stick at it. Hopefully not mess it up. If I get my timings exact, the level goes by quickly, but even if they're slightly off, it takes flipping ages, and it's really annoying. So we're going to work at it. Flipping ages attack, exactly. So when the monies get to 4,800, that's the earliest time that I can initiate the battle, and that's when exactly I'm going to do it. 7, 8, Bahamut, and then Maglev as soon as I can afford it. That will delay that. Chick-fil-A there, and then I get Manic Lion out, and then I get Peach Devils out, and then also Manic Lion again, and probably Rice Ball. Rice Ball might help as well. And then a bit of that, and a bit of that. And now I'm just going to spam on the cat cannon to try and delay the Chick-fil-A. But we're fine. We got enough hits and 2 pieces of gold there. And there we go. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you get it done nice and fast. But it just takes doing it exactly. Oh, I can probably turn the music back up now. Now that we've finished having a chat. Oh, I got a message on Twitter, mate. Oh, it's from Sack.
Look at Sack.
Flipping Sack. Anywho, right. Let's go back again. MuddyPuddle's back. Tell a friend. Oh, I've messed that up. I just started the level. And we're going to be out of times. So I'm just going to start it again. Save myself the bother of all the Dark Doges, and if we do especially badly, the Corey and everything else. I saw a Fortnite ad in your Fortnite is Garbage video, and that is excellent. I quite like the Fortnite ads, not going to lie. They make the game look like it's good, which is a shame because it's horrendously misrepresentative, but I do like the ads. And I like ads because, of course, they get me money. If you've watched them for 30 seconds or to their end, whichever comes first, I get paid. If you skipped it, I don't. And then YouTube will end up showing you a non-skippable ad somewhere else. So, you know, you gotta appease the YouTube. Because I looked up ad payments because I just wanted to check how it worked. I assumed... Oh, that's not very good. I assumed you get paid regardless, and you get paid more for the longer that people watched it. But if it's skipped before 30 seconds, or before the end, whichever comes first, the person who's put the ad there doesn't have to pay for that ad placement. And thus I don't get paid. Good for them, not so good for me. But, you know, the more I tell people about that, the more they know. I mean, I didn't know that, but now I do know that. So now when I see the 4-minute ad, I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube, mate, because I know you do watch YouTube plenty, don't you?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Right, we're going to replenish our energy. When I see that ad, where he's like, "Hi, my name's Yanni," or Laurel, I can't remember which it was, and he says, "I'm a YouTube influency bloke, and I get people who are doing normal jobs and I make them YouTubers. This is Jiffy Jaff, who wears a horse head and makes music, and he's had over 8 million views. This is a woman who works in a furniture repair shop. She makes cakes and has over 1 million subscribers." Now, that ad's like 4 minutes long. I've seen it loads of times, but the point where he's talking about the woman with the cakes, you're certifiably over 30 seconds. And so you don't need to watch the rest of the ad to support your YouTuber. You just need to watch to 30 seconds and then skip. YouTube won't punish you and give you a non-skippable ad, and the YouTuber gets paid for it. So there's some top facts. Right. 200 energy, that's not too good. What about Pogo Forest Friends? Oh, that'll do. There's Bashfulness. Let's give it a go. Timed Hecker score, so let's use my nice and fast slot that we got here. Rego, I just watched a whole ad for you. Well, thank you very much, but all you need... it's 30 seconds. But, I mean, if the ad was less than 30 seconds, yeah, the whole thing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. Oh, I got a rich cat and all that. What have I got? I got 17 gold. That's not going to tell me anything because I don't know how many I actually need. I need 18. I need 1 gold. Right, let's go back to La Stage with our full energy. Get that gold, and then we can move on to something even more exciting. Could you eat? Why are people saying E?
Because people are spamming.
E's back. Literally, E is back. Back again. I bet it was Sack Attack. You know, even if it wasn't, I'm still going to blame Sack Attack.
It does start with TSA.
I don't get it, mate.
Well, Sack Attack starts with TSA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a bit similar to something.
Well, the letter E starts with TSA.
No, the person's name.
I don't get it, mate.
Who was spamming it, mate?
But, mate, loads of people were spamming it. It's not just one person.
No, it was one person. Well, now loads of people are spamming.
I like your passive-aggressive nopes, mate, by the way. You're just like, no, you're wrong. You've never heard of the E meme? No, Kobe, I know what the E meme is. It's like this... It's a picture of a guy, and he's just sort of looking a bit deadpan and sad, and it's all sort of saturated and blurred out, and it's just got a bold letter E on it. I don't know what it means, but I've seen it, So you can take that back, Kobe. In fact, I'm going to time you out for that. Eat my dust.
Yeah, you should do modern because he said eat.
Eat my dust, Kubi. Right. Yeah, no, I do know the E meme. I just don't know what it is.
Where can I find this meme?
I literally don't know, mate. I've just, like, seen it on Twitter sometimes. It's just literally a man with E written on it.
This sounds really fun.
Anyway, we got the gold that we needed, that one piece, and so now I can build my enhanced base to the final level, level 20.
Mate.
Woohoo. Yeah. Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, mate.
Oh. Bye, mate.
Sorry, mate. Bye, mate.
And that's
Puddle.
Oh, it's Puddle. Oh, he's still here. Oh, yeah.
No, I mean that's Puddle. He's gone.
Oh, bye, mate. That's Puddle gone. I'll reply with an oof to Kobe because Kobe said my bad. It's all good. Now, I'm no normie. Actually, I probably am, but I have heard of the E-meme. I'm fine being a normie, you know. Might not be a meme influencer. I'm a Battle Cat meme influencer. I can kill any meme. So if I don't like any Battle Cats meme, I just adopt it as my own, and nobody uses it anymore. It's quite a powerful tool. Right, base enhancement will begin. Go away, make my base good. Right, we got the gold that we needed then. Nicely done. E's gone. Right. Oh, sounded a bit like Nasher then. Right. Redeem yourself, Roog. What are we going to do now? Don't even know. What are we going to do now? Anyone? What should we do? What shall we do? Oh boy. Even if that's irony, you're getting timed out. Anyone? Play the Legend Ends? No. Can't do that. Legend Ends is video material. And anyway, if I do... I've promised to myself I'll do Legend Ends all by myself, right? And what's the point of doing it all by myself on a stream? What's the point of that? Oh, not you as well, Sack Attack. Korea, that's more like it. Korea, that is more like it, alright? That's the sort of thing I like to be suggested. Look at E-memes. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I like that. No, not Fortnite. Use the JP account. Fair idea. Play Fortnite on Scratch. That's a bit of a meme. Jace, you can watch me rage at the difficult levels lol in a video. But what is stream worthy? Streams are for that sort of null and void leveling that you can't really turn into a video. The material gathering now and then, when it's, you know, not the main focus of the video. I realise in the Every Play 1 I was technically gathering materials, sort of. Although I didn't need meteorites, I don't know what I was doing, Sunset Sal. But anyway, something that's sort of menial, or it doesn't have to be necessarily menial, just something that nobody would watch as a YouTube video, like 4-star Where I Am at the Moment, or as someone said, 2-star Late Stories Legend, which I never want to do. But now that we've got the stream audience, yeah, you know what? Good time to do it. Or this. Hey man, I'm going through my GCSEs now. Can you give me any suggestions? Firstly, my deepest condolences to you. I had this last year and I sort of know how you feel, but it must be even worse for you because you've got all the 9 to 1s and I had 3. So, my best advice would be the advice that my English teacher gave me. And that's English is a confidence game. And you can apply that to pretty much everything. Believe in your blag. Blag and don't doubt your blag. The moment you doubt your blag, the examiner will know you doubt your blag and they'll mark you down for it. If you just write the loudest of rubbish, but you sound confident in what you say, you explain, inverted commas, what you say. You give a reason for it, even if that reason itself is not valid at all. What the examiner wants is your confidence, not an actual decent answer, at least as far as English is concerned. Just make it up and own what you make up. As for like maths, I definitely can't help you other than absolutely show you working. I mean, I think that's the only way that I managed to get marks. And I mean, I did get to the point where I gave up on the last questions and just wrote something like the square root of how useful this topic is in real life as the answer or something. But don't do what I did, just actually try. That's a meme. Yeah, that's what I'd suggest. What other subjects are there? Sciences, make sure you look at mark schemes. I mean, it might be a bit late now, actually. I know some of the science exams have already gone by, but just look at that stuff and make sure you know how picky they are, because they're incredibly picky. But like the things you can't say, like giving money is a reason why you can't do something or should do something else. I mean, it's a perfectly valid reason, but if the mark scheme doesn't allow it, you're not going to get a mark for it. Things are just unjust like that. So know what the examiners want. Get plenty of sleep. Drink. Probably not alcohol. Don't take a leaf out of my book. And go on Twitter after your GCSEs and look at the GCSE memes, because they're what kept me through in GCSEs. I recently did an advanced search for GCSE time last year for my tweets. Oh, some of them were banging. Like before my English literature exam, I got a picture of We Are Number One and changed it to We Are Grade One, i.e. like a complete fail, because the new grading system is strange and silly. But anyway, yeah, no, I got a fair few likes on that. But that would be my advice. So yeah, I've got literature on Friday, wish me luck. I do, and just remember to believe in what you're writing. Maths is strong points, should be good for that. Excellent, good. Maths, I didn't have a clue on, but with how hard it is now, if it's your strong point and you understand, you're going to have a big advantage, because if the exam was easier and everyone has a decent plane of understanding, you're not going to get as big an advantage over people as you are in a completely, for me, incomprehensible test with really complicated, mad, ridiculous stuff. So you're lucky there. Yeah, just be confident and always go on Twitter for GCSE memes, because I love GCSE memes, and I assume everyone on Earth loves GCSE memes, unless everyone's memeing about how easy something was and you found it difficult. But I think that's a risk we can be willing to take. GCSE memes are the sort of thing that's going to help you through your GCSEs. And after that rather rousing speech, I do feel moved to go to the GCSE memes. GCSEs 2018. And have a look at the GCSE memes. I mean, I have no context. This is the problem. Like that. I think my favourite meme of my GCSE period was basically in 2017. OCR messed so much stuff up. They got their... I didn't do Romeo and Juliet, but in the Shakespeare, their Romeo and Juliet, they said that Tybalt was in the wrong family or something. So they asked their question based on a fact that just wasn't true. It's just not true. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. I said Miliband, by the way. Saying that. That's another great meme. It's just wrong. The Ed Miliband memes are great, but someone said another classic meme is name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. And my favourite one of my GCSE period was they got a picture of OCR and a picture of an erratum notice. I don't know why they call it an erratum notice, but it's basically a piece of paper was on all of our desks that told us there was an issue with the exam paper, Dozy Pillocks who wrote it. And so we had to edit this chemical equation that they'd got an ion wrong for or something. And name a more iconic duo, I'll wait, OCR, erratum notice. So yeah, always go on GCSE memes. I love GCSE memes. And when people do memes relating grade boundaries to parts of the question, so we've got here, the physics grade boundaries better be lower than radiation dose from a granite worktop. AQA. So what more food can we add in the physics exam? AQA examiner. Specific heat capacity of an orange? AQA. No, too silly. AQA examiner. How about measuring radiation with bananas? AQA. Genius. Love it. I love these memes. And in-betweeners memes. That's a favourite. What's the point? Seriously, I mean, what is the point in being alive? Mocking SpongeBob memes are incredible. Oh, wow. A this country meme. Now, of course, this country was it... oh, no, technically it had Ed when I took my GCSEs, but now it's gained a lot of fame. It's won a BAFTA. It is very good. And I think that it's Kerry Mucklow saying what the actual heckers... to her cousin several times in response to the question, calculate the radius of a magnesium atom. So I just love these memes so much. A year is 365 days. Cheers, AQA. That was like a thing in my I don't know if it was my... No, it wasn't. I'm not sure. I look at GCSE memes anyway, and yeah, I think it might have been my year. They had a diagram of the Earth, and it said not to scale. A lot of people took the mick out of that. I mean, it's hardly likely to be to scale. What a meme. Times or... I was going to say times or multiply, they're the same thing. Multiply or divide and hope for the best. Public understand bananas better. Oh, Jamae private school girl memes. I'm so random, I can't believe I just did that. That's another staple. I love these so much. Oh, Suvac questions. I remember them. I got like 70 likes on a question. A tweet where I was like, "Oh, sorry, OCR. Didn't quite realise that this physics exam was going to be the other physics exam or something really salty like that." And lots of people agreed with me, which is good. That's a good meme. I like that. Car swerving into a different lane. The lanes are labelled. Oh, there's been maths exams, have they? Oh, I rate that. Oh, someone's listed what's in people's maths exams. So let's read this out then. Do apologise to anyone not interested in GCSEs, but they only come round once a year and I have a duty to help people. Did them last year and I know how much of a meme they are. Much of a meme. Histograms. Oh, I hate histograms. I'm going to give a running commentary on the aspects of maths which are either alright or not alright. Cumulative frequency box plots, somewhat alright. Mean, median, mode, it depends. Can be quite bad. Circle theorems, kill me now. I can't do shapes. Similar shapes, enlargement, much the same thing, even though it's a lower grade skill, apparently. I really can't do it. Scale diagrams? Oh, like scaling things up, hopeless. Congruent triangles, not entirely sure what that is. Algebra, simultaneous equations. They can be alright, but the more difficult ones are disgusting. Expanding, fair enough. Factorize, it depends. If x is more than 1, kill me. Quadratics, somewhat alright. What does that say? Substitute, no, I don't like that. Probability, alright. Standard form, can be alright. Estimation, you get a bit suspicious when the question's easy, really, don't you? Proportion, remind me. Nth term, that was one of my GCSE memes, where it was a too blessed to be stressed meme. I was like, when you remember how to find the quadratic nth term. Hashtag edXL maths. Too blessed to be stressed. Yeah, I'll just pluck that one out the air. Ratio. That's actually a practica ratio, as I think you do in philosophy, but luckily it's not maths. Locus, again, kill me. Stem and leaf diagrams, I literally can't even remember what they are. 4 rules of number, no idea what that is. Which is weird because I did 9 to 1 maths, so maybe I should know it. Anyway, 3D coordinates, that sounds disgusting. Fractions, again, the more difficult ones are nasty, the simpler ones are somewhat alright. Inequalities, I can easily go wrong with. Index notation, alright, sort of, I guess. Straight line graphs, y equals mx plus c, maybe alright. Quadratics, parabolas I was always usually fine with. Inverse, what does that mean? Draw a graph, not really. Tabulate, no idea what that means. Link equations to graphs, it's somewhat alright. Transformations, no. Vectors are scum and absolute hell on earth, which I hate with an absolute burning passion. Bearings, much the same. Disgusting. Well, I'll never be a sailor. I would crash my boat immediately. Function graphs, that sounds disgusting. I remember functions, they were awful. Trigonometry graphs? I don't know about trigonometry graphs. Trigonometry's alright, but the sine and cosine rule are horrible. Rational and irrational numbers. That's in GCSE maths. Okay. Reoccurring decimals and fractions, chuff off. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. And I did say chuff. I'd just like to point that out. Surds. I mean, I didn't understand at the start. When I found the method, it was alright. Expressions, don't know what that is. So I've rifled through the entire... Rifled? But it's taken ages. I've gone through the entire list. Oh, wow, it's a Summer Heights High meme. These memes, good memes. The momentum conserved in myself colliding with a bus. Rip. I did a snarky pretend maths question in the tweet as well. Like, prove this is a straight line. It was like a vectors one. It was this really squiggly line like you see on breakfast cereal packets. You have to follow the line to reach Frosty's spoon or something. Or Cocoa spoon it was. The Cocoa Pops they're on. Oh. Whoops, I have autoplay on. I hope that for my sake wasn't copyright. Right, but yeah, those were the brilliant memes. Excellent, excellent memes. Now, imagine everyone's left, to be fair. Yeah, maths is easy. You lot trigger me. Has anyone got some relatable memes for me? I is America, but keep talking about your GCSEs. I enjoy it. Oh, I like your spirit. That's good. Oh, I do like spirits as well. But that's another matter. That's it's between me and my alcoholism. I'm not an alcoholic. Don't worry. I just like alcohol a bit too much. Luckily for me, I can manage it. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. Some people can't manage it, and that's not really their fault. Everyone's different, and I feel sorry for them. Alcoholism's no laughing matter. It seems that JCS's name on Discord really does suit him. Yeah, on Discord he's called Big Jace off the streams. Business studies. Oh, I never did any of that. Apparently we're going to be doing a bit of business ethics in philosophy. But other than that. And a bit of capitalism, looking at that in politics. How old are you? I'm very, very old. And I did my GCSEs last year. Play Battle Cats. How dare you? How about you appreciate the memes? Age is a man's secret. Love you. Oh, thank you very much. Ooh. Is there an Easter egg yet? No. Okay. What if there was an advertisement for the Reddit channel? I would not pay to advertise my channel. No, I wouldn't. Because imagine if my adverts went on like some Fortnite video or something. I'd be giving a Fortnite YouTuber money. Right. So, I've done my GCSE memes, right? Because it is GCSE meme season. But what do you lot in America actually do, exams-wise, around the age of 16? Because I've got no idea. I know you don't do GCSEs, at the very least. Because, well, I don't actually know. Because, like, college for you is university for us. And college for us is the last years of high school for you, as far as I know. But, got no idea on that. Let me know if you do anything. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're a bunch of slackers. If you were to tell us you had a girlfriend, your channel would be age restricted. I can assure you I don't. I'd probably be a happy person if I did. But there you go. I don't live in perpetual loneliness and misery, but I'm just trying to accept it now, you know. No one will ever want me, and passive nihilism sort of helping with that. Eventually you just got to accept it and give up. Feeling sorry for yourself is incredibly underrated. It's a very useful tool. Got no one else to feel sorry for me, why don't I feel sorry for myself? Well, that's quite good, really. I just like to think the worst possible thing and just accept that. If you can accept that, whatever the outcome is gonna not disappoint you or pleasantly surprise you, much like my GCSE results did. I convinced myself I would have done awfully and somehow I got like an 8 in maths. Not a clue how. CGP, actually, I think is my clue, but you know, definitely wasn't a positive mental attitude. Reggie, do you support Madoka coming as a collab to BCEN? Now, Kobe, you see, I've seen you talking about that in the stream chat. I'm afraid because I can't remember / no idea what it is, I cannot impart an opinion on that. But good luck in your quest anyway, Kobe. Illinois. Okay, Illinois. I think they're just replying to someone. We used to have ISAT, but now we have the electronic park. Is that got to do with exams and that? Did I answer the question, what's GCSE? I don't think I did. A general certificate of secondary education. Exams that you take when you're 16. In the Britons. I've got to get back to pretending to revise while playing games. See you later. Well, very good luck in the rest of your GCSEs, and be sure to report back to streams in how you're doing. I love hearing about real-life GCSE experiences, because I mean, I experienced them last year. Best of luck. Happy revision. It'll all be over soon. And then you can do your A-levels. Which, in my opinion, are a damn sight easier. Oh, I'm so sorry. A dang sight easier. Whoa. Regit said mild bad language, which is in no way cussing, but you're going to say it anyway. Dang sight easier, at least in my opinion. There's a lot of content, but it's subjects that you enjoy. Basically Evangelion, but better in some aspects. Well, you know, I'll support you in... Aha, so you're 16. Why have you arrived at that conclusion? What, because I've done my GCSEs? Or... Okay. You're British, I'm unsubbing. Is that the role model sort of ideology that you want to set for your fellow non-British people? That you can't... that you're a xenophobic, essentially? Let's just think about that. I mean, it might well be an ironic comment, but if it is, my statement was ironic. If you were going to unsub, it's not ironic. I've been sat here for ages now, and I'm not doing anything. Let's have a look at my missions. I want to claim them. Let's do it on stream, because I think that's jolly exciting. 10 Stories Legend stages, done that, because we've been farming stuff. Now, the collab has rewards, which is great. I'm going to take that. I'm happy to take that on stream. Got those. Right. Cat ticket reward stages. Can't do it at the moment. XP can do that at the moment. Gamma Toto, I can check in on him. And that's it. I need to do Trio from the Woods a bit more. In fact, let's get Roy into the XP stage, to be fair, because I haven't got much long left of that. Now I'm going to do easy, because even up to insane doesn't give you that much XP. I've got 27 million, gives you 300 and something thousand a time. Not that much of an impact. I'm just going to spend as little energy as possible. Go back to slot 1, get myself a little bit of extra XP. And just do that 5 times, and then we got that mission done. End of Legend when? Video sometime. I found that leaving a little gap between my, I don't know what video it would have been, Rodeo one possibly, and the Every Play one, made the video making process a lot more fun and interesting. So I will leave these gaps now and then so that the content's more fresh and exciting, because when video making, something, you know, that's my hobby essentially, that I want to turn into a job, becomes monotonous, you know you're doing something wrong. So I guess you need to leave these sort of little gaps and look at GCSE memes. Right, that's number 1. Let's keep going. Literally right there. Don't know why that was such a struggle for me. But it was. Right. let's keep going. Let's find a bit of stimulus for conversation from the chat. Reggae, I'm 14. Don't reveal your age. I bet you're actually 40. You're just... Yeah, actually, no, that might be a bit immoral. Let's say you're actually 15 and you're deliberately concealing your age ever so slightly to protect your identity. Good for you. Also, I'm about to battle Alien Bun Bun for the first time. Any suggestions? Just get meat shields and anti-alien stuff. Bun Bun Symbiote can do wave attacks, but they're tiny and quite rare, so pretty much just ignore them, I think. That would be my advice anyway. And, I don't know, you get stuff like Macho Leg, Castaway if you have it, and anti-alien stuff, you know, and anti-floating, because it's a Bun Bun. Other than that, yeah, that'll do. Literally already lost track of what number we're on. I need to do twice more. Okay. Let's do that. See? Menial stuff. Get it done in a stream. Nice. Bit of content, bit of chat. Not the sort of thing I could do in a video. But equally, I'm not just doing it in my own time with nobody seeing it. Because there's just no point in doing that. From a philosophical point of view, it could have just, like, not happened. But here, got a physical record of it. Not that it's about having a physical record of it. It's just about, validating my effort in the eyes of people. Not that I imagine many people care, but it just feels better to do it here. Do you have Psycho Cat? I do. I do. I don't think there are many, if any, rare cats I don't have. One super rare I know I don't have is Fencer. What did I get, Fencer? No, well, I have to do it once more, don't I? I don't think I have Fencer. Yeah, no, I don't, because people were like, use Fencer, Egget, even though you've, you know, already beaten the level, so my comment's kind of pointless. Oh, I don't have Fencer. I finished my last exam yesterday and get into the end of the next week off. Thoughts? Good for you. I mean, it's not official AS levels because they don't exist anymore for me, and A levels are around this sort of time. Well, study leave starts this time next year ish. Well, actually, technically, the end of this week. Whatever. Point is, I have exams coming up, but not soon because they're different. They're like assessments. Like, can you go into the second year? I hope so. Otherwise, that's a pretty pointless year. Anyway, we have done that 5 times. Let's claim our 1 cat ticket, and then we're a bit closer to getting our weekly missions done. Like, you'd think it's a pretty menial, obvious thing, but I have missed several weeks because I just like forgetting to do cat-free stages or ticket stages. So Gamatoto needs to pop off and needs to get cat tickets and that. How is Gamatoto doing? We have sent him off, haven't we? I assume we have. Right, we have, okay. That's alright then. I'm watching you stream on TV and on mobile. Ah. Spooky. It's dedication. Nice. Have you watched Infinity War? We made an Infinity War stream. Yes. Well remembered, Sans Cat. Thank you. Yes, I did. Talked about what I thought about Infinity War. So if you want to see that, go and see that stream. Oh, heck yeah. Why am I going back into XP stage? I don't need to. The thing I was going to do was, seeming I've done 2 stars, do the first 2 levels of these, so that I'm ready for the NG refill again. Switch to something nice and fast. Get that hecker time score. Let's do it. This is the first YouTube stream I've ever seen. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. It's been a pretty good stream by Reddit channel standards so far. We've talked about GCSE memes, wished GCSE a good luck, and played a bit of Outcats as well. Wow. Sheep's Bravado. Maglev right out of here. That's Ovis gone. And the level gone. Nice and fast. Right, no, that's the first two done. That's what we need. Okay. What do I have left to do? I don't know. To be honest, I feel like this might be a fair enough place to end. Although Kobe has a challenge for us. Try getting 9,900 plus score on the first stage in Tree in the Woods. Oh yeah, Kobe's having another fight with people, trying to get the fastest score for some unknown level of memes. Looks like I've got 9743. Do I get quick Clash Royale? No, I'll still play it. I'll plan no plan A is doing fine. I think there are vacancies if you want to go in it. No plan A. Right, well let's plagiarise Kobe's strategy and see. This is a really pointless escapade, but I'm gonna do it anyway. There's my epic strat. You know, in fact, I like the epic strat too much to destroy it. And that's for Heavenly Tower. That's for Heavenly Tower. And, I mean, that is also for Heavenly Tower. It's floor 39. And then that's for 4-star. I have no option but to literally not care. There's no point in doing this. I'm not gonna sacrifice my Heavenly Tower strats, which you know, I'm patiently waiting for Heavenly Tower to come back to use. You know, I reasonably could and maybe reasonably should, but you know what, Kobe, you win. All right. On that, we'll end the stream as soon as it was begun, an hour and 12 minutes ago. Wow. I will therefore say goodbye to you all and see you in, let's think, maybe, if you're lucky, a video. Imagine that. Maybe Legend Ends, because I need to continue with that. And I can't think of any other update stuff left to do other than Legend Ends, and then the stuff after that. So, goodbye. Goodbye.